Welcome to ePals, which is located at epals.com. And this is a site where you can connect students in your classroom with other students across the globe. It's a really easy way to set up and start some global collaboration in your classroom. Alright, what I'm going to do is kind of give you an idea of how to get started. In the basics video, which is after this one, we'll talk about actually connecting to other classrooms, and in the Beyond the Basics video, we'll talk about some of the more advanced things that you can do with ePals. The first thing we need to do is go ahead and get started. Like most of the other services we do, we have to create an account. To do that, you're going to click on this Join Now. You can also click up here. And it asks you for your email address, and what it does is it sends you an email just like this. And then once you get that email sent to you, you just click here and it registers your username. I have already registered my account, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in and show you how to get started. Alright, once you log in and you've got your account set up, you are going to be taken to what is called your dashboard. This is where you can update your information. This is where you can manage your students. This is where you can moderate their contact with each other. And this is basically where you can find everything you need. First thing you need to do when you first sign up is you definitely want to update two things. You want to update your personal information, and then you want to create your classroom profile. I'll click on the personal information just to show you what it looks like. This is where you can update your name, your email address, notifications. That's good in case you get bugged by any emails. That is in that personal information. But even more important is to come over here to create your classroom profile. When you click on this, it's going to take you to this section. And so it starts off with a profile name, and you want to be descriptive here. So if you're looking for 6th grade science, or you're trying to start a connection from your school, you can put that in right in here. So I'm just going to put in the name of the school I'm at right now, which is Jane Freeze Middle, and I'll just call it a science club. Put the street address, put your city and town, state, get all this stuff filled out. But really, the most important part of this, other than filling out your age and your English as your language, or whatever language you speak in your room, is this part right here, which is a description. This is really important because this is what convinces people to connect with you. And so you want to be as specific as you can, and as you can be, as far as what you're looking for, as far as connections, and what kind of classes you need to connect with, and what kind of students you serve, and what kind of students will be doing the connecting. The reason that's so important is because whenever someone else is looking for profiles and trying to match up with you, then they read that first. That's their first impression of you and your class. So make sure you're real descriptive about what you want out of the experience. I'm just going to put a sample in here. I'm not sure if it'll let me continue or not, but I'm going to give it a try. Yep, it won't let me do it. But that's okay. So fill out that profile, and then that will be your profile. You can edit it at any time right over here. Alright, another thing I want to show you after getting that profile set up is to add some students to your roster. When you create accounts, what's really cool about ePals is it creates monitored email accounts. And the reason that they're called monitored is because whenever you have a student from their email account in here send an email out, it's going to send it to you first, and then you can read and monitor it, and then you can hit send. So there's no communication without a teacher filter in between, which is a really good feature. But to get them started, you're going to click on I'm a teacher, go to continue. And as you're putting these in here, it's going to ask you for a base username. So you might put the name of your school, the name of your classroom, and then here's where you're going to put the names of your kids: Billy, Jimmy, Sally, and then a password, which is used by all the students to log in for the first time. And then whether or not they change it from there is totally up to you. You can have them keep the same password, or you can have them change it on their own. One thing I do make sure that I need to note here is that whenever you are using this, you need to have parental consent. Very conveniently, they've got a form here for parental consent. I'll just show you what that looks like real quick. It's a PDF that you can get your parental consent form, and you can get those back from your students to create those accounts. I'm going to certify that I got it, just to show you for example. And here's where you actually have their usernames that you can put in there. And here's where you can put their date of birth. And I would definitely check that out. Now, here's their check usernames. Username is available. It should be, because it's just going to be whatever you put as your base name plus their first name. Alright, I'm going to hit approve real quick. And that's how you set up your students. Now what I'm going to do next, in the next video, in the basics, is once you've got your profile set up and you've got your students in there, I want to show you in the next video how to find another class and how to connect with them. So that'll be the next video, the basics.